This lesson aims to answer the following questions. What is business research? What are the types of business research? What are involved in business research process? What are the purposes and functions of business research? What are the parts of a business research study? And what are the methods of data gathering in business research? Business research is a systematic process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting data to address specific business challenges, improve organizational decision-making, and enhance overall business performance. It is an essential tool that helps businesses navigate complex environments, anticipate changes in the market, and remain competitive in their industries. The primary goal of business research is to provide actionable insights that enable informed decisions based on data rather than intuition. Whether it is used for marketing, operations, finance, or human resources, the value of business research lies in its ability to identify patterns, trends, and correlations that would otherwise remain unnoticed. Business research ensures that strategies align with organizational objectives and meet stakeholder expectations. In today's highly competitive and data-driven business environment, research is not a luxury but a necessity. It is the foundation of innovation, guiding companies to explore new markets, develop groundbreaking products, and refine customer engagement strategies. Without research, businesses risk making decisions based on assumptions which can lead to costly mistakes. Research bridges the gap between theory and practice, providing empirical evidence to back up decisions. The scope of business research is extensive, covering areas such as consumer behavior, market segmentation, supply chain optimization, and corporate governance. It can be exploratory, descriptive, or causal in nature, depending on the objectives. By leveraging both primary and secondary data sources, businesses can gain a holistic view of the issues they face. So what again is business research? Business research is the process of acquiring detailed information on all business areas and using such information to maximize the business's sales and profit. Otherwise, business research is the systematic process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting data to address specific business challenges, improve organizational decision-making, and enhance overall business performance. Such a study helps companies determine which products or service is most profitable or in demand. The purposes and functions of business research are multidimensional, addressing a variety of needs within an organization. At its core, business research supports decision-making by providing reliable information about internal and external factors affecting the organization. Decision-making is a complex process involving multiple stakeholders, and research helps reduce uncertainty by supplying evidence-based insights. For example, before launching a new product, a company conducts market research to understand consumer preferences, price sensitivity, and potential competition. A mobile company wants to launch a new model in the market but needs to be made aware of the dimensions of a mobile that are in most demand. Hence, the company conducts business research using various methods to gather information and to test market demand, which is then evaluated. Conclusions are drawn as to what dimensions are most in demand. This will enable the researcher to make wise decisions about positioning his phone at the right price in the market and hence acquire a larger market share. Another critical function of business research is identifying opportunities and threats in the marketplace. Through continuous monitoring and analysis, businesses can uncover emerging trends such as changes in consumer behavior or advancements in technology that can be leveraged for competitive advantage. Simultaneously, research helps anticipate potential threats such as economic downturns or regulatory changes, enabling proactive measures to mitigate risk. Problem solving is another significant function of business research. Organizations often face challenges ranging from declining sales and employee dissatisfaction to inefficient operations. Research provides a structured approach to diagnosing these problems, understanding their root causes, and developing solutions. For instance, if a retailer notices a drop in foot traffic, research might reveal that competitors are offering better discounts or that customers prefer online shopping options. Strategic planning is deeply intertwined with business research. Long-term success requires a clear understanding of the environment in which a business operates, as well as its internal strengths and weaknesses. Research informs strategic initiatives by providing a solid foundation of data, whether from market entry, mergers and acquisitions, or diversification. Finally, research plays a pivotal role in evaluating performance. By establishing benchmarks and key performance indicators or KPIs, organizations can measure the success of their initiatives and identify areas for improvement. For example, post-campaign research can assess the effectiveness of an advertising campaign, providing insights into its return on investments or ROI and areas for refinement. Business research is part of the business intelligence process. It is usually conducted to determine whether a company can succeed in a new region, understand its competitors, or select a marketing approach for a product. This research can be carried out using the research process steps in qualitative or quantitative research methods. Quantitative research methods deal with numbers. They are systematic empirical investigations using statistical, mathematical, or computational techniques. Such methods usually start with data collection and then proceed to statistical analysis using various methods. On the other hand, qualitative research is a method that is highly important in business research. It involves obtaining data through open-ended conversational means of communication. Such research enables the researcher to not only understand what the audience thinks, but also why they think it. Quantitative research method is characterized by its use of structured tools, sample size, close-ended questions, prior studies, quantitative data, and generalization of results. Survey research is one of the most widely used methods of gathering data, especially for conducting business research. Surveys involve asking various survey questions to a set of audiences through various types, such as online polls, online surveys, questionnaires. Nowadays, most major corporations use this method to gather data and use it to understand the market and make appropriate business decisions. Various types of surveys like cross-sectional studies, which need to collect data from a set of audiences at a given point of time, or longitudinal surveys, which need to collect data from a set of audiences across various time durations to understand changes in the respondents' behavior, are used to conduct survey research. With technological advancement, surveys can now be sent online through email or social media. For example, a company wants to know the NPS score of their website, that is, how satisfied are people who are visiting their website. An increase in traffic to their website or the audience spending more time on a website can result in higher rankings on search engines, which will enable the company to get more leads as well as increase its visibility. Hence, the company can ask people who visit their website a few questions through an online survey to understand their opinions or gain feedback and hence make appropriate changes to the website to increase satisfaction. Correlational research is conducted to understand the relationship between two entities and what impact each one of them has on the other. Using mathematical analysis methods, correlational research enables the researcher to correlate two or more variables. Such research can help understand patterns, relationships, or market research trends. Manipulation of one variable can also yield the desired results. Generally, a conclusion cannot be drawn only based on correlational research. For example, research can be conducted to understand the relationship between colors and gender-based audiences. Using such research and identifying the target audience, a company can choose to produce particular colored products for release in the market. This can enable the company to understand its product supply and demand requirements. Causal comparative research is a method used on the comparison. It is used to deduce the cause and effect relationship between variables, sometimes also known as quasi-experimental research. It involves establishing an independent variable and analyzing the effects on the dependent variable. In such research, data manipulation is not done. However, changes are observed in the variables or groups under the influence of the same changes. Concluding such research is tricky, as independent and dependent variables will always exist in a group. Hence, all other parameters must be considered before any inferences from the research are drawn. For example, research can be conducted to analyze the effect of good educational facilities in rural areas. Such a study can be done to analyze the changes in the group of people from rural areas when they are provided with good educational facilities and before that. Another example is analyzing the effect of dams on farmers or crop production in an area. Experimental research is based on trying to prove a theory. Such research may be useful in business research as it can let the product company know some behavior traits of its consumers, which can lead to more revenue. In this method, an experiment is carried out on a set of audiences to observe and later analyze their behavior when impacted by certain parameters. For example, experimental research was conducted to understand if particular colors have an effect on consumers' hunger. A set of the audience was then exposed to those particular colors while they were eating, and the subjects were observed. It was seen that certain colors like red or yellow increase hunger. Hence, such research was a boon to the hospitality industry. You can see many food chains like McDonald's, Jollibee, KFC using such colors in their interiors, brands, as well as packaging. Another example of inferences drawn from experimental research, which is used widely by most bars or pubs across the world, is that loud music in the workplace or anywhere makes a person drink more in less time. This was proven through experimental research and was a key finding for many business owners across the globe. Literature research is one of the oldest methods available. It is very economical and a lot of information can be gathered using such research. Online research or literature research involves gathering information from existing documents and studies, which can be available at libraries, annual reports, and other materials. Nowadays, with the advancement in technology, such research has become even more simple and accessible to everyone. An individual can directly research online for any information that is needed, which will give him or her in-depth information about the topic or the organization. Such research is used mostly by marketing and salespeople in the business sector to understand the market or their customers. Such research is carried out using existing information that is available from various sources. However, care has to be taken to validate the sources from where the information is going to be collected. For example, a salesperson has heard a particular firm is looking for some solution that their company provides. Hence, the salesperson will first search for a decision maker from the company, investigate what department he is from, and understand what the target company is looking for and what they are into. Interviews are somewhat similar to surveys, like sometimes they may have the same types of questions used. The difference is that the respondent can answer these open-ended questions at length, and the direction of the conversation or the questions being asked can be changed depending on the response of the subject. Such a method usually gives the researcher detailed information about the perspective or opinions of its subject. Interviewing subject matter experts can also provide important information critical to some business businesses. For example, a telecom manufacturer interviewed a group of women to understand why they have fewer female customers. After interviewing them, the researcher understood that some of the models had fewer feminine colors and females preferred not to purchase them. Such information can be critical to a business such as a telecom manufacturer. Hence, it can be used to increase its market share by targeting women customers by launching some feminine colors in the market. Focus groups are a set of individuals explicitly selected to understand their opinions and behaviors. They are usually a small group that is selected keeping in mind the parameters of their target market audience to discuss a particular product or service. Such a method enables a researcher to have a larger sample than an interview or a case study while taking advantage of conversational communication. Focus groups are also one of the best examples of qualitative data in education. Nowadays, focus groups can also be sent online surveys to collect data and answer why, what, and how questions. Such a method is crucial for testing new concepts or products before they are launched in the market. For example, research is conducted with a focus group to understand what dimension of screen size is preferred most by the current target market. Such a method can enable a researcher to dig deeper to determine whether the target market focuses more on screen size, features, or phone colors. Using this data, a company can make wise decisions about its products line and secure a higher market share. Ethnographic research is one of the most challenging research but can give extremely precise results. Such research is used quite rarely as it is time-consuming and can be expensive as well. It involves the researcher adapting to the natural environment and observing its target audience to collect data. Such a method is generally used to understand cultures, challenges, or other things that can occur in that particular setting. For example, the world-renowned show Undercover Boss would be an apt example of how ethnographic research can be used in businesses. In this show, the senior management of a large organization works in its own company as a regular employee to understand what improvements can be made, what is the culture in the organization, and to identify hardworking employees and reward them. It can be seen that the researcher had to spend a good amount of time in the natural setting of the employees and adapt to their ways and processes. While observing in this setting, the researcher could find out the information he needed firsthand without losing any information or any bias and improve certain things that would impact his business. Case study research is one of the most important types of business research. Most businesses use it as marketing collateral to attract more clients. It is conducted to assess customer satisfaction and document the challenges faced and the solutions provided by the firm. These inferences are made to point out the benefits that the customer enjoyed when choosing their specific firm. Such research is widely used in other fields like education, social sciences, and other areas. Businesses provide case studies to new clients to showcase their capabilities, and hence such research plays a crucial role in the business sector. For example, a services company has provided a testing solution to one of its clients. A case study research is conducted to find out what were the challenges faced during the project, what was the scope of their work, what objective was to be achieved, and what solutions were given to tackle the challenges. The study can end with the benefits that the company provided through its solutions, like reduced time to test batches, easy implementation or integration of the system, or even cost reduction. Such a study showcases the capability of the company, and hence it can be stated as empirical evidence of the new prospect. Website intercept surveys or website visitor profiling research are new and quite helpful in the business sector. They are an innovative approach to collecting direct feedback from your website visitors using surveys. In recent times, a lot of business generation has happened online, and hence it is important to understand your website visitors as they are your potential customers. Collecting feedback is critical to any business, as no business can be successful without understanding customers. To stay on top, a company has to keep its customers satisfied and try to make them loyal customers. A website intercept survey is an online survey that allows you to target visitors to understand their intent and collect feedback to evaluate the customer's online experience. This can collect information like visitor intention, behavior path, and satisfaction with the overall website. Depending on the information a company seeks, multiple forms of website intercept surveys can be used to gather responses. Some popular ones are pop-ups, also called modular boxes, and on-page survey. For example, a prospective customer is looking for a particular product that a company is selling. Once he is directed to the website, an intercept survey starts noting his intent and path. Once the transaction has been made, a pop-up or an on-page survey is provided to the customer to rate the website. Such research enables the researcher to use this data effectively, understand the customer's intent and path, and improve any parts of the website depending on the responses. This in turn would lead to satisfied customers and hence higher revenues and market share.